So, with these new HIV allegations floating around, the internet is asking one burning question. If it's true, who exactly did he pass it to during those infamous freakoffs? Yeah, buckle up. This one's messy. As soon as the trial kicked off, people couldn't ignore how different Diddy looked. The man who once lit up red carpets and partied like royalty suddenly looked like a shell of himself. He wasn't walking in with that flashy energy, that untouchable swagger he was always known for. Instead, he looked smaller, weaker, just plain drained. And sure, some tried to chalk it up to stress. After all, facing heavy legal heat would break anyone down, even someone who's been running the industry for decades. But this wasn't your average "I'm stressed and lost" wait situation. His whole presence felt off. People started whispering, was it something deeper? Was there a health issue they weren't telling us about? Then boom, HIV rumors hit the timeline. As soon as courtroom sketches dropped, the internet went wild. People zoomed in on every detail, the tired eyes, sunken cheeks, sluggish energy, and that's when some fans started saying they'd seen a leaked medical report, allegedly confirming he was HIV positive during his prison stint. That's when things exploded. It wasn't just about cheating anymore. The real chaos started when people began claiming he may have passed HIV to other celebs during those wild freakoffs. And let's be honest, we've heard for years about how many industry names were part of those events. Now everyone's side-eyeing Hollywood like, who else was involved? It's messy, it's scary. And if even half of these claims turn out to be true, this could be one of the biggest scandals the industry's ever seen. Then came Jaguar Wright, and let's just say, she didn't walk in quietly, she flipped the whole table. She dropped a bombshell, claiming that Diddy has been living with HIV, and that wasn't even the wildest part. According to her, he's not alone. Jaguar alleged that at least 20 other men in the industry might be dealing with the exact same diagnosis. That one statement, it lit the internet on fire. People were already whispering, now they were shouting. And just like that, what started? As one rumor became something way bigger, a full-blown industry health crisis, at least in the public's eyes, that's when the rumors exploded. People started digging into Diddy's past, his old relationships, his tight circles, wondering who else could be wrapped up in this mess. And one name kept popping up over and over again, Usher. Fans couldn't ignore how close the two were back in the day. With all these new allegations flying around, the spotlight turned back to their past, and it raised some serious questions. See, when Usher was just 13, he actually lived with Diddy in New York for nearly a year. Years later, in an interview with Howard Stern, Usher talked about that time, and the way he described it, it wasn't exactly comforting. He called the environment curious and admitted he saw things that made him uncomfortable. Usher even said there's no way he'd ever let his own kids be in that situation. Now, with all this new drama around Diddy, those old clips of Usher's interview have resurfaced. And suddenly, everyone's asking the same thing. What really happened in that house? And here's the twist. Usher's not the only one people are talking about. Then came Kim Porter's name, and suddenly, the internet went quiet for a second, then got louder than ever. People have whispered about her death for years, but now, those whispers have turned into full-blown accusations. The latest rumor, tearing through the timelines, is that Kim's first autopsy report allegedly showed she was HIV positive, and that's what has people shook. According to those claiming to have seen the real version of that report, if it ever leaks publicly, it could destroy Diddy's entire image. They're saying it wouldn't just look bad, it would confirm people's worst suspicions about what's really been going on behind the scenes. But here's the thing, that's not even the end of it, because right when everyone thought it couldn't get darker, another twist hit the surface. And what's coming next might be even more disturbing. Let's talk about Craig Mack, once one of Diddy's most loyal artists, until his story took a bizarre and tragic turn. After parting ways with Bad Boy, insiders claimed Craig joined a cult, isolating himself completely from the industry. Then in 2018, he died of AIDS. At first, people wrote it off as unfortunate, but now, with all the new heat on Diddy, fans have started revisiting the timing and the connections, and honestly, it's looking suspicious. No one can say anything. For sure there's no concrete proof, but it's got people asking, was Craig Mack just another casualty of something much bigger happening behind closed doors? Some believe people in Diddy's circle knew what really went down, but they stayed silent, either because they were paid off, or because they were in on it. And speaking of payoffs, that's a whole other can of worms. Rumors say Diddy team has been dropping major hush money to keep these stories buried, and fans, they're not guessing, they're naming names. YK Osiris, French Montana, Meek Mill. People claim they took the bag and kept quiet, And let's be real, if you've been following this saga, those names aren't exactly surprising. They've been spotted moving way too close to Diddy during some of his most questionable moments. Remember when Lil Rod started exposing the alleged freakoff culture? He hinted at a hookup involving a Philly rapper who used to date Nicki Minaj, and let's just say, fans didn't need a diagram to figure out who he was talking about. And then, there was Meek Mill. He could have stayed silent, let the internet keep guessing, but nope. He jumped on X and fired off a rapid-fire rant that sounded like a half-confession, half-denial all at once. I'm from Philly. I don't touch coke or freaky Molly. Nobody even offers me that. My name rings too heavy. No man would ever try me with that gay stuff. The whole spot would flip. He doubled down, explaining why he always rolls with hometown friends. You'll never catch me alone with industry dudes. If we're talking, my squad walks in right behind me, been that way from day one. The subtweets hit every blog within minutes, basically telling the world he knew exactly what rumor everyone was whispering. Then a poolside clip of Meek and Diddy surfaced, and the vibe, mad suspicious. Viewers slowed it down frame by frame, hunting for signs that the tweets were hiding more than they said. Asterisk, just when you thought this drama couldn't get any crazier, things took a wild turn. One of Diddy's own bodyguards leaked audio, and apparently it caught Diddy and YK Osiris getting way too close for comfort. No holding back, the clip absolutely insane. I'm not gonna dive into every detail here, but the bodyguard spilled how he got the recording and what really went down behind the scenes. And speaking of Osiris, remember that time Diddy took him on that fancy vacation? Osiris posted, then quickly deleted, a pic of them getting a couple's massage by the sea, and come on, can anyone honestly say that doesn't look suspicious? He even captioned it, listening to Diddy and B2K eating that good fruit in the beautiful weather. Sexy moment? Come on, come on! Things got even weirder when Osiris's ex-girlfriend stepped forward, claiming she broke up with him after allegedly catching him in bed with another man. She said, "Stop asking me what happened with my B. I caught him with a man." Naturally, fingers immediately pointed to Diddy, and when Osiris faced the rumors on the Breakfast Club interview, things got real. Now the streets are buzzing with an even darker rumor. Diddy allegedly passed HIV to YK Osiris, and that's why Hollywood's been giving Osiris the cold shoulder ever since. Remember when Osiris went off on a rant, saying he'd been completely cast out of the music industry? Fans are connecting the dots, wondering if there's more behind his sudden fall from grace than meets the eye. This whole saga keeps getting messy, and Hollywood's secrets are coming closer to the surface than ever before.